Hello, everyone. Now we're having a look at how to solve simultaneous equations using the elimination method. Now, the elimination method means that you wish to get rid of one variable. Okay, so that means either, well, usually we talk in x's and y's. It doesn't have to be, but usually we do. And you want to get rid of either the x or the y. Now, to do this, you need to either add the two equations together or subtract the two equations from each other. So let's have a think about what this would mean. So let's just have a look at these questions here. First one, what do I need to get rid of the 5 and 5? Would I be adding them together or subtracting them? Well, 5 minus 5 will give me 0, so I need to subtract them. What about minus 3 and 3? Well, hopefully you can see I would have to add them together because minus 3 plus 3 gives me 0. About minus 8 and minus 8, what would work there? Okay, if I was to go minus 8 plus minus 8, what does that give me? I start at minus 8, I take away another 8, that gives me minus 16, so that doesn't work. Okay, I don't want to do that. But what about minus 8 minus minus 8? What happens there? Well, I've got minus 8 minus minus 8, and the two negatives make a positive. So it actually is the same as minus 8 plus 8, which does give me 0. So those ones I want to subtract. What about 2x and minus 2x? Okay, I think that one's easier for people to see. I want to add those together because 2x plus minus 2x will give me 0. Minus 4y and minus 4y. Well, this is a little bit like the minus 8 and minus 8. Okay, so I want to go minus 4y minus minus 4y would give me 0. Now, minus our x and minus x, add them together, because if I add them together, they disappear. And y and minus y, oh, again, it's a bit like this one, which is a bit like this one. So minus y minus minus y is the same as minus y plus y, which gives me 0. Okay, so what seems to be happening here? What we seem to be doing, let's go ahead and write down what we've done each time. So this one we had to subtract. This one we had to add. This one we had to add. This one we had to add. Oh, hang on. Let's go back. Sorry, we didn't add that one. We subtracted that one. And this for E, we had to subtract. For F, we had to add. And for G, we had to subtract. So what seems to be happening is if they are both positive, I don't think I've got any other both positive, we subtract. If they're both negative, we subtract. And if the signs are different, we add. So let's have a look at this one. The ones where the signs are the same, okay, they're the ones we subtract. And the ones where the signs are different, so one's a negative, one's a positive, one's a negative, one's a positive, we seem to add. Let's hold that thought in our head as we go ahead and do some questions now. So let's have a look at the first one here. Solve 3x plus 2y equals 6 and 3x plus y equals minus 6. So the first thing I'm going to do is label these equations. That's my first equation. That's my second equation. Now let's have a look at the terms, the x terms and the y terms. And I want to see, is there something there that is the same? So either the x's have to have the same coefficient or the y's have to have the same coefficient. And what we can see is the x's both have 3's in front of them. Now they're both positive 3's. They've got the same sign. So what do we need to do? We need to subtract one from the other. Okay, that's what we saw before. So let's go. We want to do equation 1, subtract equation 2. You can do it in the other order. That's fine. But I'm just going to go with this the way it's written. So 3x minus 3x goes. That's the whole reason we do it. Okay, gone. 2y minus another y is just y. So y is equal to, now I've got 6 minus minus 6. Watch that double negative. It gets people into trouble. It's plussing. So y equals 12. Okay, done that one. Now, after I've got y, I need to substitute my answer back into one of the equations. It doesn't matter which equation I substitute it back into. So you can pick whichever one you want. I'll just go with the first one. So here's the first equation, 3x plus 2y equals 6. So instead of y, I'm going to put 2 times 12 equals 6. So it becomes 3x plus 24 equals 6. Take the 24 away from both sides. So I end up with 3x is equal to minus 18. Divided by 3, x is minus 6. There's my other coordinate. So the answer is minus 6, 12. So that's, if you remember back to when we were graphing these, if I graph those two equations, this is where they should cross. And as you can see, I've prepared one earlier. I've graphed the two equations and here they are. They are crossing at minus 6, 12, just like we got here in the answer. That's good. Okay, let's try another one. Okay, I've got 3x minus 2y equals 5 and 5x minus 2y equals 11. Now, to begin with, I'll call that equation 1 and that one equation 2. Now, the next thing we want to do is look at the coefficients of the x's and the y's. Which ones are the same that we can get rid of? Okay, we can get rid of these ones. We can't get rid of the 3x and 5x because if I add those together, I don't get 0. If I subtract them, I don't get 0. I need the same number. So what did we do back here? We found out even when they were both negatives, like this one here, this one minus 8 and minus 8, and this one minus 4 and minus 4, when they're both negatives, we still need to subtract. So when they're both negatives, which this one is, we still need to subtract. So we've got to go subtract one from the other. So we write down what we're doing. I'm going to put equation 1, subtract equation 2. So that means I have to go 3x minus 5x. So 3x minus 5x will give me minus 2x. Now the minus 2y minus 2y, that goes. And then I need to go 5 subtract 11. So that is minus 6. And now I want to divide by minus 2 on both sides. So x is equal to minus 6 divided by minus 2 is 3. So the answer for the x value is 3. How do I get the y value? I substitute my x value back into one of the equations. Into equation 1, it doesn't matter which one you pick. So let's go 3x minus 2y equals 5. Now rather than x, I'm going to put 3. So 3 times 3 minus 2y equals 5. So that is 9 minus 2y equals 5. Now I'm going to take the 9 away from both sides. So I'm left with minus 2y is equal to 5 minus 9 is minus 4. Divide by minus 2, divide by minus 2. That means that y is equal to 2. And there's my point is 3, 2. Now, if I've done this correctly, if I draw those lines, if I draw equation 1 and equation 2, they should cross at 3, 2. So let's see, I've drawn them. Here they are. And look, they cross at 3, 2. Excellent. It's the same answer as we got before. Okay, one last equation. Let's have a look here. We have, again, I'm going to call it equation 1 and equation 2. And here is the, look again now, which ones have the same coefficient? Well, this time around, we've got a plus 3y and a minus 3y. So they're not exactly the same coefficient, but they both have the 3's in them. Whereas the other one's got a 2 and a 1, which is, remember, that's got a coefficient of 1. They're definitely not the same. So how am I going to get rid of them? Well, what do we do to begin with? Up here, Ray, back at the beginning, if the signs were different, so we had, I'll just pick a different color this time so you can see. If the signs were different, like, where have we got this one here? The sign that was a 2x and a minus 2x, a y and a minus y, we ended up subtracting. We ended up, that one's not, the signs aren't different there. This one here, I should have said, the signs are different, we ended up adding them together. The signs are different, we add them together. So let's go back down here, right down here. The signs are different. Okay, we've got a plus 3 and a minus 3, so we have to add them together. So let's go equation 1 plus equation 2. So if I go 2x plus x, that will give me 3x. 3y plus minus 3y, that just goes. And 5 plus minus 11. Okay, over here, 5 plus minus 11, what does that give me? It gives me minus 6. Okay, so just thinking that. 5 plus minus 11 is minus 6. Now you divide by 3, and so you end up with x is equal to minus 2. That's the first part. Okay, I've got my first part of my coordinate. Now I need to substitute my x equals minus 2 into, doesn't matter which equation, I'll just go for the first one. So 2x plus 3y equals 5. Okay, so I'm going to put minus 2 in place of x. So 2 times minus 2 plus 3y equals 5. So 2 times minus 2 is minus 4 plus 3y equals 5. Get the 3y by itself by adding 4 to both sides. So 3y equals 9. The last thing to do is divide by 3, y equals 3. So the coordinate is minus 2, 3. Okay, so if I drew these two lines, two equations, they should cross at minus 2, 3. So here they are drawn. Lovely. They seem to cross at minus 2, 3, which matches my answer I got here. All right, now you're ready to try some yourself.